just heading home. Been out for a bit. I left this morning, I was wearing shorts. It's a little cold for that now. I knew the storm was coming, but I didn't plan very well. Not that it's a huge deal. So anyways, as you've seen in the other video, I had set up the mount for the camera so I could record when I'm driving the Jeep, or I could post it out and do time lapses as I'm driving. That has worked relatively well. The one thing that I wish I could do better is that I sort of have to take this angle shot in the Jeep to film myself, and it cuts off the top of my head and some other things. So you may have seen another unboxing where I unbox a case for the GoPro. So it's basically a naked case, a metal case, so I can put the GoPro in, and as well as put a mic on top of a cold shoe. So the case has worked well. I'm not sure how the microphone's going to work out, but we're going to get going with that. So we're going to mount that in here, and hopefully it's a better solution, so when myself and Lloyd are driving around that you can actually see both of us, because this camera lens on the G7X is not wide enough to get the entire cab. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put the GoPro 100% together and see how it works in the Jeep. So there you go, GoPro in the new housing. This should attach the microphone, and here's the Rode Video Micro. I don't know with that big wind muff, with the GoPro being such a wide angle, if it's going to pick it up, but we're going to see anyways. So we're going to put that together. There you go, all set up. Cable's a little long, but whatever. But the problem now lies in that you can see the bottom of the muff. So I could theoretically slide that back so it's not as far forward, but I also think we might be able to change the settings so it's not super wide, because I think it's set for wide now. I think we can narrow down that angle. So yeah, muff's not going to cut it in this setup. We're going to have to set it up that way. It's not the end of the world, seeing as the primary use will be in the vehicle. But it would have been nice to actually take this out for other applications too. But we will see how it works and how that angle looks in the vehicle. Sorry, not the best lighting in the world. That's what it looks like mounted to the dash. Now the beauty is, with a GoPro you can set it to continuous. So you can actually use it as a dash cam if you so chose. But we're gonna give it a quick run and see how it goes, how it sounds audio-wise, because I don't think I have any audio adjustments. It's just gonna run raw through the mic and obviously uncovered. And we'll see how it works, how it all pans out. So you can see, it's actually a pretty decent view of the cab. So there we go, a bit better look at the setup outside. I'm gonna have to excuse the rain. I'm not sure how that's actually going to sound. It's actually quite loud. You can see it's pouring down outside. So there are two things that I'm sort of curious about in the setup, and we're probably going to flip-flop between the video that the GoPro is taking in the vehicle here and of course the footage that we're taking on the G7X. But as far as I know, I can't adjust the audio on the mic. And as far as things go, I mean, I think it's a fairly good look. I think I can get most stuff in the car. So that's kind of cool. It's nice to have that option. Obviously for time lapses I don't need the stereo mic. It is pretty tight in the back. So it's right up almost against the windshield. I don't know if that's going to cause an issue when driving. Vibration and stuff like that. It's got the ride coat mount to stop some of the noise from that, but I don't know. I'm gonna maybe have to actually push that a bit forward, which I've just done there, and there we go. We've got some clearance now. So should be good. That's the setup. We'll see how that works. So I'm just essentially waiting for CTV News to show up. I have 7 goslings behind my house. They're in a construction zone. sort of a long-winded thing that goes about it. Nobody's done anything. They're draining the pond that these guys swim in, so they'll be in danger from predators and all sorts of things. So I'm hoping that by speaking on the news that it'll get the attention needed, that they can just come and move these guys to somewhere safe. Here's hoping. I was a little disappointed in the story. The developer said that they had contacted Fish and Wildlife and they had told them to drain the pond. I know that isn't true. Essentially, I had spoken to Fish and Wildlife after the fact. They had never told them to do that, so I'm not sure where that information came from. The end of the story is essentially the geese disappeared. It's really disappointing to see something like that happen in your own backyard. There's a big long story attached to that, and I'm not really going to get into it at this time. If you guys want me to tell the whole story, just make a comment below, and I will actually lay the whole thing out from start to finish. But I'm going to head out now to a concert. Going to go enjoy myself with my better half. We're going to go see Poison, Def Leppard, and Tesla at the Saddle Dome. I was supposed to be working, things got changed around, so I'm not now, and yeah, I'm just gonna go enjoy the show. So we'll catch you guys later.